Everyone, this is Ambrish Baliga, and welcome to this new edition of Off the Record. Here we chit chat with founders and management of companies which are listed or in the process of getting listed to understand the company and the sector, and more importantly, understand their thought process and vision. The discussion today is about the media and entertainment sector, more specifically, content production and distribution. The Indian media and entertainment sector is one of the fastest growing markets globally, driven by a unique combination of high quality and well penetrated movie exhibition properties, high smartphone penetration, low data costs, and a massive and diverse consumer base. Current valuation of the sector is about $34 billion, and by 2028-29, the industry is projected to reach a valuation of exceeding $50 billion, with digital segments increasingly capturing a larger share of the total revenue pie. The most important aspect in any sector is the raw material. And in this sector, the raw material is the content. The company I have in this podcast is SunShine Pictures Limited, which is coming out with a main board IPO on 18th August 2026 to raise around 282 crores. SunShine Pictures operates as a specialized film production and content house, widely recognized for high impact commercial cinema and socially relevant content. The Kerala Story, Force, and Commando franchise, Humans, the list is long, and nearly all of them have a great recall. The company has successfully built franchises like Force and Commando, which provide predictable brand recognition and recurring revenue potential through sequels and spin-offs. Beyond the theatrical release, the company maintains a strong digital presence, about 9.18 crore YouTube views, and active engagement in TV and web series, hedging against theoretical volatility. Despite revenue fluctuations, the company has maintained high and healthy margins, suggesting efficient cost management during production phases. A strong slate of new projects have been mapped through FY29, so visibility seems extremely good. So let's hear about the IPO from the man himself, Chairman and Managing Director, Mr. Vipul Shah. Though he doesn't need any introduction, but as protocol demands, I have to say a few words. Vipul Shah founded SunShine Pictures in 2007. With over 3 decades of experience in the entertainment industry, Shah is a respected film director and producer in Bollywood. His career started in Gujarati theatre, and he has since directed 6 Hindi films, several of which have starred Akshay Kumar. He is notably recognized for his work as a producer and writer of commercially successful film The Kerala Story and its sequel. Vipulji's filmmaking philosophy centers on stories that resonate emotionally and socially with audiences, reflecting his journey from theatre to television and mainstream cinema. Welcome to this podcast, Vipulji.
Thank you so much.
Sure. And in fact, today's questions would be basically from an investor's perspective and less
Sure.
the creative side, which I think you're normally used to.
No, I'm pretty used to questions related to money and investment, so
Okay,
that's
great.
fine.
Sure. So my first question would be like investors like stability in earnings, but this sector by its very nature is volatile. Though your company displays high profitability margins, I think 78% EBITDA is mind-boggling because hardly any other listed entity has shown this sort of EBITDA margins, except possibly, I think, TIPS. But the recent trends in operating cash flow presents a complex picture for a potential investor. I mean, how different would SunShine's model be going ahead to cushion this volatility?
So the first and the most important thing is that our business is not volatile. It depends on the kind of business that you model that you choose to adopt. As a company, we have a completely maximum risk-free model. We only start a film when either we have sold our rights and we have recovered most of our investments, or we've got a commitment of from OTT, satellite music, or we have a studio as one of our partners. In whichever way we look at it, we only start a film when we have enough partnerships and we have de-risked the film from going into any kind of loss. And
Right.
that is a testy that is evident in the fact that in last 16 years, we have made loss only in one film, marginal loss in Bastar. Otherwise, all the films that we have made, and some of the films you did not mention, but I would love to mention, as a person, as a producer, I have been involved in is, and director also is Namaste London, Sing is King, Holiday, Sanak, and
Right.
of course Kerala Story 1 and 2 and Force and Commando. And all these films, every single one of them has been profitable. And the reason for that is that we work very carefully and very diligently on a model which is de-risking the project before we start shooting. And that is the differentiator between us and many of the other production houses.
Right.
We have, in fact, let go of big star cast films also if they were posing a kind of a risk on the profitability of the company. We are happy to do that, but we don't want to take unnecessary risk and make it a very risky proposition and then wait for some miracle to happen that you don't lose money. It's better to let go of such projects. So we have developed a pretty strong model. The volatility is only in terms of whether we will have a year where exceptional profits will come or regular profits will come. One of the years, as you can see in my balance sheet, is a Kerala Story year.
Right.
Now, that was a film that smashed all records of a female centric film and earned tremendous money. So, in that year, obviously, our PAT is going to be slightly higher than the other years. And we wish to continue to have such blockbusters in our company every now and then. But that's the only reason for some amount of volatility in profits. There is no risk of, at least that's what we've displayed over a number of years, that there is no risk of making losses.
Mhm.
And film business, there is a very important saying that films don't fail, the budgets fail. And that is a very popular saying. Many very, very renowned filmmakers and producers across the globe have voiced this opinion. And that's pretty evident when you make a film which is not, you've not vetted the chances of risk or the losses, and you just go ahead and make it on a creative win. That is when you end up being on the wrong side. But if you've planned it well, if you've considered all the pros and cons of the film, you've devised a risk-free model, then I don't think there is any reason for any film to make losses.
Yeah. So, I mean, just like I said earlier, I think your list of movies is long, so I didn't mention all of them. And really appreciate the fact that you clearly see it, I mean, from a proper business angle and not, I mean, totally from a creative angle, because that's when people go wrong. I think most of the people have gone wrong because passion has taken over the finances. And also appreciate the fact that you don't take those high cost stars who can take I mean, make the budgets haywire, but
So
you actually create stars.
no, and also just to add to that, when we work with big stars, we request them to come as our backend partners, and we don't pay
Right.
them upfront heavy fees. So in
Okay.
last 16 years, we work with Akshay Kumar, we work with Salman Khan, we work with Ajay Devgan, John Abraham. We created Vidyut Jamwal, Aditya Roy Kapoor. We don't pay any of these actors big upfront money. They
Mhm.
all become our partners, and as a result of that, the film becomes risk free on day one. And that's the reason why our model is very solid. It's a bit of a challenge. We have to work very hard to every single time convince the actor to join us. But now, with the trust that they have built with us, we work with them. For example, I'm starting a film called Samuk. with Mr. Akshay Kumar on 24th of August in UK. It's
Okay.
going to be India's first alien thriller. We've got massive Hollywood talent coming and creating the creature for us.
Mm-hmm.
The name of the gentleman is Alec Gillis. He's been involved in creating creatures for last 40 years. Also got Oscar nomination for his work. We've got Luke Tumber, who is a action director of Venom and Mission Impossible. He's going to do the action. So it's a very, very high scale film. But I can assure you that the model that we have created for this particular film is going to ensure that we are absolutely risk free.
Right.
Uh, uh, so that is because Akshay ji has accepted the request and he's my partner, he's my producer partner on the film, where
Okay.
we are not paying him any fee. And that brings the cost into a zone where we are not going to probably, forget about losing money, but we are going to make a lot of money.
Right.
Also, what we do is that whenever we are making a film, we try and, work it out a web series to go along with it because in web series you don't have to worry about losses. It's a fixed income. We also sometimes tie it up with a TV show. Again, there is a lot of upside in TV shows. So if there is a small risk involved in any film, that's more than mitigated with these countermeasures, and that is what we've been doing successfully and very carefully. So at all times we are very, very conscious. We work in two capacity. I personally work in two capacity. One is when I wear the creative hat. I don't think about budgets when I'm writing the film. I don't think about business model. I
Mm-hmm.
write it to the best of my ability with my co-writers and my team. But once it's written, then I hand it over to my finance team, my business team, and tell them to evaluate the film,
Okay.
evaluate the business prospect of the film.
Mm-hmm.
If there is any tweaking that needs to be made to that project, sometimes you have to scale it down because you become too ambitious.
Right.
We creatively scale it down without compromising on the quality of the film. And only when we have reached all are aligned, my finance team, my business team, and my creative team, only then we start putting that film into a production. So
Mm-hmm.
that is a very clear, conscious decision that we've always taken. And there is no ego that I have written a film, so it will only be a blockbuster, and so we should not worry about the budget. That philosophy doesn't exist in our business, in my company, and we will not allow it to exist in future as well.
And that's great. That's great to hear. So basically, what I understand is that you de-risk the project even before it goes onto the floor.
Yes.
Yeah. And again, I'm quite sure there will be two income streams. I mean, the first income stream would be which could be volatile. I mean, you don't know as to how well a movie would do.
Yes.
And the other one would be an annuity one, which you know, which will keep recurring every year. So, can I ask you as to what is the percentage of revenue which would become annuity going ahead? I mean, what is the one
So,
you have in mind?
so what happens is annuity business happens only once in 10 years.
Right.
And because when we sell the rights or license the rights to OTT or satellite, it's a 10-year term. So
Mm-hmm.
for 10 years, we don't have annuity in films.
Right.
And but to create an annuity income, we have started a music label. We've
Mm-hmm.
already published 36 songs on our music channel already. We
Okay.
have a very aggressive plan of building great IPs in this particular vertical. And also, music is the biggest annuity income platform. If you
Right.
look at, say, Tips or Saregama,
Absolutely.
their annuity models are fantastic. We would like to be on those lines over a
Mm-hmm.
period of time. We would like to build a fantastic IP value and annuity model, which is going to be great for the revenue stream of the company. And
Mm-hmm.
same is with digital content. We want to produce our own content. We've already released a micro series on our YouTube platform, and we have also released a web series, a
Mm-hmm.
high concept, low budget web series. And we
Okay.
want to monetize those IPs also as time progresses.
Mm-hmm.
The micro drama has become very successful, so now we are going to be taking it into season two. So we are going to be working on five verticals as we move along. Films, which are mainstay of the company, we will also be expanding in regional cinema. We'll probably have some partnership in Gujarati and Marathi films, Punjabi films, some South films. We want to focus on web series, grow the production capacity of web series and television shows. We want to very aggressively build our music label and the digital content label. Everything put together, we will have annuity income and we will have a income that is our regular business model. So with the kind of money that we will get, we will be able to scale up our production cycles. We'll be
Right.
able to scale up the capabilities that we have today. And that is how we continue to build our company as a better and better company.
Mhm. And possibly in the next 4 5 years, your earlier movies also will become free from the
Yeah.
annuity you've entered into. So they
Yes.
will again go into the annuity phase, the second
Yes,
annuity.
some of the films will be available for us to get the annuity income. So
Right.
yes.
And from what I understand, you have two models of production. The first one is where you do A to Z, everything is done in-house, and you fund 100% and take all the risk. And to a large extent, you have explained that already. And the second one is where you get into co-production.
Yeah.
Recently, you got into an understanding with Geo Studios.
Yes.
So can you explain as to how that model works? You get paid for your work without any risk, plus there's an upside,
So in a studio model, what happens is that the risk is entirely studio's risk. They fund the whole project.
right?
Our job is to creatively create a project and give it to them. So we earn all our fees, writer fee, producer fee, director fee, whatever services we are providing. And then we are also 50% IP owner and 50% profit share owner.
Right.
So and if there is a unfortunate event of film not working out well, then the loss is entirely to the studio's account.
Right.
So that is the model that we adopt for films which are either very expensive or we feel that it's a great film, but there is a risk involved in it. At that point of time, we bring a partner on board.
Uh-huh.
So as to creatively go ahead and make the film, but at the same time, not risk the company.
Okay. So basically, out here, I suppose your risk is till the script is approved.
Yes, we have to just do the seed funding and get the script ready.
Yeah.
Maybe actors attached to it, so the studio finds it very lucrative, and
Right.
then go ahead and sell it to them.
Yeah. So in case the script does not get accepted, the expenses are small, which are written off.
Yeah, that we write off in another film's profit or wherever, and no script dies.
Right.
Sometimes we sell off that script to somebody else and make money on top of it.
Okay. So it still has that value.
Yes,
Okay.
of course it has, because I may not be able to take the risk, but somebody might be able to take the risk on that, or somebody might have the appetite to say, okay, it's a great idea and I want to, produce it or make it. Why
Mhm.
don't you sell it to me? We are happy to sell that project off to them.
Great. And again, coming back to accounts, what I saw in FY26 is your inventories have shot up, I think, to 51 crores. And trade receivables also are about 37 crores. So can you throw some light on this? Why are these figures so high? Possibly it's the new releases which you'd be having quite soon.
Sometimes what happens is a film gets split into 2 years. So we can start the production in this year, but the release may happen next year. So all the realization of revenue will be only booked in that year. Even if I take advances from, say, platforms or music or anybody, we are not going to be able to show that as a revenue in our books. Because
Mhm.
till the time I don't deliver the film to them in its
Right.
complete, final copy, I
Mhm.
can't book the revenue in my books. So that's why sometimes the inventory looks very high. Like,
Mhm.
for example, this year when we'll make the film that we are making with Akshay sir, uh, so there will be a lot of inventory in this year.
Okay.
But that immediately the film releases, all the inventory disappears and the profits kick in. So
When
that
is the
is, huh?
when is the
Sorry.
expected release?
Expected release of this film right now is we are looking at March.
Mhm.
But if March is too busy and there are too many big films, then we'll go to April.
Okay. So we should see that in FY28 possibly.
27.
No, 2027 will get over in March. So
27. So 28. Yeah.
28, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
fine. And I think one thing which has affected all the sectors is AI.
yeah.
So do you see that as a tool or you see it as a threat? And also whether you have started using AI in your projects.
So we have started using a lot of AI in our projects, but we are not going to take away the human talent element from our films.
Mm-hmm.
So AI is going to probably replace the way VFX are done.
Right.
AI may be able to replace some of the, location. For example, I was just talking to an ad filmmaker who's created San Francisco through AI and shot a ad film, which looks like shot in San Francisco, but actually in reality, the film is shot in a studio.
Okay.
So that saves a lot of cost, and the result is phenomenal. AI engines are still, AI tools are still developing themselves, and with every passing year, it's going to become better and better. So very soon, the AI usage will be even more, intense in filmmaking. But the talent part and the human element of it, we don't want to touch. People have started writing scripts on Chat GPT and other platforms. We don't
Right.
do that. We
Mm-hmm.
still want to retain that human element into the script. Also, what's going to possibly happen is that AI is going to allow us or enable us to dub the film live in every language that we wish to,
Mm-hmm.
with a correct lip movement in that language.
Oh,
So for example, I want to release the film in Hungary. So in Budapest, I can release the film in a multiplex where the film will have a lip movement in Hungarian, and it will be a simultaneous dub in Hungarian and no cost. So if AI is able to create that, I will have a worldwide release. My market will become wider, and you never know which film can click in what territory and bring in what kind of business. But it will
okay.
open up lots of doors, and
Mm-hmm.
that I think is going to be a big contribution. So AI is very very valuable, very very big in terms of contributing in cinema. But I don't see our company replacing human elements and working only on AI.
Okay. And clearly, it will like reduce costs to a very large extent
Yes,
going
it will. It
forward.
will.
Okay.
Definitely, it will.
Mhm. And one final question, I mean, which normally haunts any IPO subscriber. I mean, why is such a large amount is offered for sale from promoters?
Okay, that's a great question. If you look at it without looking into the company, you may find it's a large amount. But the fact of the matter is that all these years, I have not taken any fee as a director, any
Right.
fee as a writer, any fee as a producer. I keep all the money in the company. I have built assets in the company. All the IPs are in the company. Today they are mine, tomorrow they will not. They will belong
Right.
to people. So I will be letting go of every asset that I've built over a period of time. And if you look at the value that I'm leaving on the table versus what I'm taking, it's not as big as what I'm leaving on the table. I also need to look after my family and myself, and all the 30 years work that I have put in. I need to get some amount of safety security of my future. That was the reason why I've taken this OFS amount.
Mhm.
Otherwise, if I was taking all the fees at all point of time, my company would not be what it is today.
Right.
And B, then it would make no sense to take OFS because you've taken enough out of the company.
Yeah.
So that has been the philosophy. We have retained everything in the company to build it, and in future also, we want to build it. This OFS amount will also help me to withdraw from my company very small amounts, keep as much as in the company as possible,
Mhm.
and so the benefits will go to the investor. That's the whole idea.
Fair enough. I think that's quite fair that you worked for last 3 decades without really taking much of a remuneration. I mean, you also need to create wealth for yourself and your family. And
Yeah.
here you're just taking a small part of it out. I think you'll still continue to hold that 75%.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think this should give enough confidence to any investor. I think it was a very, very frank and sincere answer from you.
I
Um,
always believe in speaking the truth because that's the best thing. It travels the farthest.
Absolutely, absolutely. So Vipulji, it was a pleasure talking to you on this podcast, and
Thank
I'm
you so much.
sure viewers will now have a much better understanding of your company. So I wish you the best for your IPO, and
Thank
I
you so much.
see many more thoughtful and interesting movies from you going ahead.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much. Thank you.